Hi, dear feminists, and welcome to the sixth and last episode of this podcast. My name is Samira.
My name is Bente.
And my name is Miriam, and today I will take you through the last episode. So, in the earlier episodes, we've talked mostly about the first, second, and third wave of feminism in the Netherlands and abroad. Today, we will talk about feminism today, situations we experienced, and interesting happenings. So, if it's okay with you girls, I would like to start right away.
Sure.
Let's go.
When we started this podcast, all three of us said we would like to talk about the whole situation around abortion in the United States. This subject has been going around social media a lot through the last year. Therefore, we did some research and we will talk about some extraordinary videos and happenings we discovered. In 2022, the internet went wild when America announced that they wanted to make abortion illegal. This whole subject went viral on mostly Instagram and TikTok. So before we give our opinions, I will take you through the history of abortion in America. Abortion in America has a complex history. In the 19th century, abortion was banned in most states, but in the 1960s and 70s, these laws were overturned by the Supreme Court. Since then, abortion has been a controversial topic in politics and society. America decided in 1973 that abortion was legal for all women. In 2017, America got a new president named Donald Trump, and I think we all know who that is.
Sadly, we do.
Yes. Abortion was under fire in America around 2019. Why? Because Donald Trump announced that he was against abortion, but he had three exceptions, which were pregnant by rape, pregnant by incest, and the life of the mother isn't sure. Around 40% of the American citizens are conservative. A simple explanation about conservatives is that they prefer to stick to the traditional values and ideas. The religious conservative Americans are against abortion, and I would like to tell you a little fun fact that's not per se very funny. In 2018, Donald Trump appointed 3 new judges who oversee laws such as abortion, and guess what? All 3 of them are conservatives. There are now 9 judges, 6 men and 3 women. The ratio of conservatives to non-conservatives is now 6 against 3. From these 9, 5 men and 1 woman are the conservatives.
So as you said, Miriam, the whole situation around abortion in America went viral on social media. The reason of this is that in the summer of 2022, America decided to make abortion illegal. The law got changed in that all states are allowed to choose for themselves if they want abortion to be legal or illegal. How do you feel about this, and what is your opinion about Donald Trump's statement?
I get the 3 exceptions he had, like pregnant by rape, pregnant by incest, and the life of the mother isn't sure. But I don't agree that abortion should be illegal.
If they want abortion, they might will do it in a in an unsafe way.
Yeah.
I think it's bad. I mean, like that Donald Trump had like those exceptions for like the rape and like what you just said. I think that's good, but I think it should be legal in all states.
And what is your opinion about the ratio in American judges? Like the conservatives and...
Yeah, that's not good at all.
No, it's not fair, but that's like the political system there.
Yeah, I think
if
it's
like
just weird, to be honest, that the president can just assign.
Yeah.
That's just kind of weird, because then when the president is gone, those judges will still be there.
Yeah. And then I researched it, and I was like, my expectations were that the 6 men were the conservatives, but there is a woman who's a conservative.
Yeah, don't underestimate that there are no women.
So maybe they're like, oh, well, then it's fine. There's one woman who is conservative, so it's an okay ratio, but it's completely not.
No. The United States decided that every state gets to decide if they make abortion legal or illegal. So there are 50 states in America, but with the abortion law, the capital Washington, D.C. also gets the right to make a choice in this. There are now 5 types in the law, which are legal. This is what 5 states have. Legal with new protection, 20 states. Ban blocked, 6 states. Gestational limit, 6 states. And banned, 14 states. And legal with new protections. This means that the abortion is legal, but there may be new laws or regulations in place that provide additional protection or restrictions on the procedure. Ban blocked. This means that a law or regulation that would have banned or restricted access to abortion has been blocked or overturned, meaning that the ban or restriction is not currently in effect. Gestational limit. This refers to the point in a pregnancy beyond which an abortion is legally permitted.
So that does mean that there are quite a few states that do have abortion. Have you heard of these types before?
I haven't. I thought it was just like illegal or legal,
Yeah.
not like with the
Yeah, same.
ban blocked and the gestational limit.
Yeah. Yeah, with the gestational limit, I did some research to it. And I was like, what is these? There are 6 states. And I was like, what does these weeks mean? But basically, it means that if you are pregnant and you want to get an abortion, every state has its own weeks that you have to do the abortion. And if you're out of those weeks, you're not allowed to have it.
Mm.
So, for example, Georgia, the state Georgia has 6 weeks, which is very early.
Yeah.
Very
Because-
early.
Yeah, that's really early because normally when, well, not that I have experience with pregnancy, but I think it takes like 8 or 9 weeks for some women to even notice they are pregnant. There are some more subjects and happenings we want to discuss, so we want to close this subject by saying banning abortion will not prevent abortion from happening, it will only prevent safe abortion from happening. So I do want to go back to something we've talked about a little bit, and I wonder what your thoughts are of this. Have you ever heard of Brett Kavanaugh?
No, never.
Nope.
Okay. He is one of the 9 judges in America and one of the 3 judges Donald Trump appointed. In July 2018, a woman called Christine Blasey Ford accused Kavanaugh of sexual abuse. Later, 3 other women accused him of the same thing, although one woman withdrawn later. Since there were no eyewitnesses and the fact that Kavanaugh denied that it happened, it was ignored, and nothing has ever been done to this case, and Kavanaugh is still one of these judges. What do you think of this?
That's insane.
I think he shouldn't be one of the judges.
No, with those
Yeah.
allegations. But I think like just it isn't taken seriously, those allegations.
No.
Not
They
at all.
don't care.
They don't care. Not
But
at
the
all.
same with Donald Trump. Like, he had a lot of accusations as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that man was the fucking president of America.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see what if you have power, you can make anything basically.
Imagine that he is one of the lawyers who's going over cases like abortion. I don't get that. Because-
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It's a
He
weird.
doesn't know how women's bodies work. Like
No.
why make a choice about women's body?
Yeah. It's a weird man.
Yeah.
Weird.
Let's
weird
just
people.
go.
Yeah.
Let's just continue.
Another topic we want to talk about were a few cases we've recently seen. One of these is the case of Roxana Ruiz. A 23-year-old Mexican woman is convicted for 6 years in prison after she killed the man who raped her. She also must fine his family 15,000 euros. Ruiz let a man who she thought she knew sleep at her house for one night. He slept in a different room than hers. In the middle of the night, he went to her room where he raped and abused her. Ruiz fought back and used a shirt to suffocate him. He fell to the ground where he hit his head and died. The judge's opinion was that if she just gave him a hit to the head, that would have been enough to defend herself. Ruiz ended the case by saying, "If I hadn't done this, I would have been the one who died." Do you think the judges made the right decision?
No.
Absolutely not.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it wasn't like she was thinking, if I grab this shirt, maybe he will fall down and hit his head and die.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like when you get a shirt and you suffocate someone, he could pass out first, doesn't have to die.
Yeah.
Like, that was not
Yeah.
the intention.
No.
There's also a recent happening in the Netherlands that I would like to tell you about. Because about a month ago, the female team of Ajax became champions in the Netherlands. The Sport Council of Amsterdam promised the women that they will get a celebration, just as the male team would get if they became champions. 4 weeks after they promised a celebration, the bosses of Ajax announced that they don't want a party for the women. The reason behind this is just sad, because they think that there won't be a lot of people to show up for the women, and because the male team of Ajax is not performing what they usually do. Basically, what they are saying is that the women are not allowed to have a celebration because the men did not perform well this year. I think that's very messed up. What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I think that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't make any sense.
No. It's mean.
Yeah.
Because they promised it. The sport counselor promised it. And then 4 weeks later, they were like, nah, maybe not this year.
Yeah, it's not really the mood because like Ajax didn't win this year.
Yeah.
I mean, but they're 2 different teams.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
I mean, if the women weren't champions and the male team would, then there definitely would be a party.
Absolutely.
They would celebrate the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, you've seen a news update. of
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah, it was about like 2 hours ago today. There was actually a party to celebrate that the women team became champions. But it was because of the fans. The fans organized a party.
Feminism is a concept that has many different forms. One part of that, which we haven't really talked about yet, is body positivity. Take Lizzo, for example. She has spoken out about embracing your body and valuing yourself regardless of your shape or size. She has become an inspiration for many people who feel insecure about their bodies and has contributed to the growing movement of body positivity. Do you know any other celebrities who did great things in terms of feminism?
Yeah, a few. Like Emma Watson is a very big one.
Love Emma
my
Watson.
my favorite
Love
actress.
Emma Watson.
Dua Lipa does things.
Oh, you said her. You talked about her the last episode,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. I don't know if you know Little Mix.
Yes,
I've heard of it.
they have some great songs.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
it's so sad that they quit, but
Yeah, it's
So, Bente, you mentioned Emma Watson. For me, she is one of the reasons that I took interest in feminism. I'm personally a big fan of her. I love the Harry Potter movies and all the
Yeah.
movies she did. She's such an amazing actress. And when you're starting to become a fan, you start watching videos on YouTube. And I saw lots of videos of her talking about feminism. And that's how I got into it and how I got inspired of it. How did you girls get into feminism?
for me it was, I think, last year that I really was more like interested in feminism, because there happened this thing in England when a woman was walking home and she saw a police officer, and I think he believed he raped her and after that killed her. And I know that awakened something in me that I thought it was like so unfair that women get treated like that, and that you can't just go out at night and feel safe. You always feel unsafe or are like scared that something is happening. So I started to look more into feminism, where I also learned more about Ginsburg. I did something for school about her. And I think it's very special that we did like this podcast. So, I mean, I've learned more about feminism, and I hopefully that our listeners also will learn more about feminism, and that we can make the world a little bit more equal.
Samira, how did you get into
Yeah.
feminism?
I don't really know. I just get annoyed easily and watch a lot of celebrities. I think that's the whole reason.
Yeah,
It's
you
just-
know a lot of celebrities. If I show you a picture, you know.
Yeah,
It's a gift.
yeah, indeed. Let's just call it a gift.
Yeah.
It's not weird.
It's not
or-
an obsession.
No,
No. So there are a lot of podcasts that talk about feminism, and a while ago I listened to one and I heard a word that I want to talk about. I've told you this, that I wanted to talk about it, but you have
Mhm.
no idea what word I'm
I'm so
talking
curious.
about.
I'm so curious.
because I was like, I don't want to give you the word right away because I don't want you to research it. It might also be the case that you already know what it means and that I'm just, talking nonsense here.
You've been teasing this whole part of this episode for a week.
Yeah.
And we just want to know the damn word.
Well, the funny thing is, you girls already said it today when we were singing a song. We sing a lot of songs before
We
the
sing a
takes.
lot of songs.
It's in the song of Meghan Trainor, Mother. We were singing that before. And I
Yeah.
wonder, do you know what word I'm talking about?
I think I do.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I do.
Which one?
Mansplain?
Yeah, that's the word. Have you heard of mansplaining? Do you know what
Of
it means?
course.
In the song. Yeah, in the song.
But do you know what it means?
Well, I can't explain it, but I do know the meaning. I already knew the meaning before the song because my friends and I are very good at hating at mansplaining because it's they're doing it quite often at my job, and
Yeah.
we don't like it. So
No,
we just
I can't imagine.
yeah.
This word means that someone is explaining something to you, but you already know what it means.
Mm.
So I really think, what has that to do with feminism? Because it doesn't mean, for example, a teacher explaining something that you already learned. That's not per se mansplaining. But with this, we mean that someone is explaining something to you, but they assume you don't know, maybe because you're a female. I can give you an example on how it might happen in your day-to-day lives. So both of you work as a cashier, right?
Yeah.
So imagine you're working and someone is buying a bottle of water. he or she must pay €1.50 and he hands you a €5 bill. So you want to get the change out of the drawer, but before you can even do that, the person is telling you right away, so I need €3.50 back. That's a €2 coin, a €1 coin, and one of 50 cents. That would be mansplaining how you might happen at your jobs.
If someone's going to do that to me, like, I'm like, good luck. I'm not going to give it to you.
No, but
It hasn't happened to me, actually.
that's like
luckily.
such
Me
a
neither.
sass. Like,
I did have someone tell me, because I was recounting the money, and she was like, well, yeah, they're not highly educated people working here, right? And
you
I was
said
like,
that.
Pardon me?
Excuse me?
I'm just recounting
Yeah.
the cash you gave me, because maybe you're not highly educated and I'm just controlling.
But I did it. I think I did had it at my job, the mansplaining. But yeah, we had like a new manager, and he was like, "Okay, you need to do this, and then it goes like this, and then it goes like this." And I was like, I mean, I'm already working here for like 3-4 years. Like I know how to do it, and it was like every week it was the same over and over. And I was like, come on, I know what I need to do.
Oh, yeah.
So that was annoying. But now it doesn't happen anymore.
Oh, that's good.
We are sad to announce that this was our last episode of this series. We want to thank you all for listening, and we've had a blast recording this, and we hope you learned as much as we did. We do have an Instagram account named dearfeminist.podcast. If you want some more behind the scenes or just fun videos of us, don't forget to follow us.
Definitely do.
Yes.
We are very fun to watch, that's for sure,
Our
obviously.
We end our series with a quote from feminist and activist Emma Watson. I am willing to be seen. I am willing to speak up. I am willing to keep going. I am willing to listen to what others have to say. I am willing to go forward even when I feel alone. I am willing to go to bed each night at peace with myself. I am willing to be my biggest, bestest, most powerful self.
Bye.
Bye.
We gotta love some Emma Watson.